Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Chris. Gonna show you some sales today. We got, I would say, probably the best sales weekend I've had. Just because of two really big sales, which let's get right into. So first thing, not the biggest sale actually, but next you'll see. I sold a Nintendo DS Lite Black for $29.90. Only reason it was that low is because the hinge is broken, but the rest works. So you can still sell broken ones for, like about 3/5 the price. Because this one sold on Amazon for $50, and this one, besides a little discoloring, looks pretty good. And then next, this was a big sale. I picked up two Commodore Amigas at a yard sale last weekend for $40, and this one sold for $325. I put up both and got the asking price on both within a day. It was the next day both sold. So that is right here. The other one is right under it, which is the deluxe version, which we'll skip over this. And that sold for $699. Was super surprised. I put that up for like 100 more than I thought it would go for based off other prices, but yeah, I don't know that I have the boxes to ship them though, so I might have to run to like Staples or something. I'm not even sure that they would sell a box big enough, so I have to figure that out. But yeah, with shipping, and I forget if that number includes tax or not, but I think that might just be shipping. Came to that. And yeah, it was definitely amazing. So Saturday, both of those sold, including also this little tiny DS carrying bag for $12.99, which I think that's actually behind one of the computers. Let's try not to accidentally open it because the opening's on the other side. So this bag I've had a while. Picked up with the DS at some point. Sat in the closet for probably a year before I even listed it, honestly, but just a little Mario DS backpack. $12.99. Going down the line, The Walking Dead Whispers translucent blue minifigures. I picked these up at PAX maybe like 3 years ago. PAX East. I think they're in here. Skybound had like a room, and they had little giveaway things. I'm not 100% sure that me and my friend were supposed to take it, but nobody stopped us, so we might have just walked in on a press event. I don't really know. But with PAX, there's so much free stuff that no one probably cared. So I have 2 of these, and this is the Whispers. I also have Jesus. I think he just comes with a walker. So these are from the comic book adaptation, even though Skybound was there promoting Walking Dead the final season. So that might have been 2 years ago. Kind of forget, it's been a while. Then next I had 2 stereo remotes lying around for forever, because I bought a stereo for like I think $25 a few years ago. It sat around forever because I didn't have the wires to connect to the speakers, and the speakers are still just, they're around here somewhere. I think they're right over there. Honestly, I should just list them as is and take what I can get, but I ended up giving the receiver away to a friend, and he forgot the remotes. I kept trying to tell him I have them, but he just, I don't know, probably walks over to it, he doesn't care. So I finally listed them because that was 2.5 years ago. So these have been sitting around. Sold one for $16, and I don't quite remember. Oh, good, right here. So remotes are pretty good. Lots of Sony ones sell decently. I usually just don't find them. Remotes are kind of hard. But Goodwill Outlet is definitely a place that I used to find a decent amount. So if you don't know how to test those without the actual receiver, if you use your phone, if you use the front, not the front facing one, but like the selfie one, I guess, that will show the IR signal on the receiver. So a little light will blink if the buttons work, and that one's all good. So sold it. Then last, I had a bunch of Atari listings up for a while. I ended up pulling out a bunch of manuals and then kind of reconfiguring them and then upping the price. This one I had at 20, and originally most of these games were listed for 13. I think I only swapped out 2, and someone sent me an offer for 15, so I definitely took it. I think those are here. Still incredibly dark in here, no matter how much light I try and put in here. So yeah, I shoved a bunch in here, and then I actually just bought about 100 more this weekend. So let's take a look. So Sword Quest Earth, Asteroids, Combat, Joust, which is, oh yeah, I don't know why I took so low. Joust on its own does pretty well. Like 10 or 15 actually, I think usually. Mousetrap, Venture, Blueprint, Skyjinx, Circus Atari. So honestly, like, it's like Joust sold, and the rest of these less valuable ones are going with it. So I think I organized these decently well, so we won't really have to search as bad as previously. I think they're all right here. Of course, there's no room to really operate. So was Asteroids part of that? Asteroids and Sword Quest. So Sword Quest, Asteroids, Combat, Joust. Joust does have a taped on label. Video Checkers, Circus Atari, Skyjinx, Blueprint. Yep, okay, so it's all these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, cool. And that makes this box a little more manageable. But yeah, I bought two Atari 2600s, a bunch of games, and a television, and a Sega Master System this weekend. So lots more Atari stuff to go through. Probably just end up selling most of it the same way, because selling them individually, it works on Amazon, but it just takes so long sometimes. And most of them have such high ranks that they like never sell. Okay, and now we're moving on to Amazon, where still pretty good sales. So I did end up sending a bunch of stuff to FBA. A bunch of it's already shipped. Show you the pendings real quick just to give you an idea of like prices of games on FBA versus merchant fulfilled. So sold a couple new copies of Madden for Madden 19 for $23.94, and then Call of Duty Black Ops for Wii sold for $11.98, which that would be like a $3 or $4 game merchant fulfilled now. But you have to kind of remember the fees are almost double for FBA because they have that flat like I think it's $2.50 or $2.60 per item plus a percentage. So it used to be worth sending games that were like $5 or $6 to make like between $1 and $3, but now $7 was the lowest I sent a game in for, and I probably shouldn't have even done that. But yeah, then Doom Eternal, $28.95. Wii Sports, $49.99. So that kind of shows you Wii Sports did go up quite a bit, but I think Merchant Fulfilled it would have only been $30 right now. So even though the fees are higher, I didn't have to take the time to individually pack it. I didn't have to take the time or the money to get the envelope. So it kind of it definitely made more money. And I don't know, the time labeling this stuff does take a little bit, so it's definitely, you have to kind of like weigh if it's worth it or not for you, pretty much based off how much inventory you have. But yeah, next, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot, $13.96. I think this is down to $3 plus shipping, Merchant Fulfilled. And then Just Dance 2019 for $21, which I probably could have just left Merchant Fulfilled, honestly, and it probably would have sold for the same amount. What's kind of weird is Just Dance 2020, I think, is only like a $10, $15 game right now, because everybody's like clearancing it basically for Just Dance 2021, which I think comes out probably in November. I think that's when it usually comes out. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's the FBA stuff. That's pending. Some other stuff's already shipped from this weekend, but figured I'd show you that. So let's get into what I can show you here. So sold a Nintendo 64 for $110 expedited. It's not going to cost me too much more. I actually might have probably already sent this priority through Amazon. So those are down here. I picked up, we'll say I picked up 2, but we'll say this was the one I picked up at some boxed games over here. Still have 3 left plus the Game Shark. Already sold 3 for a bunch. And I only paid I want to say $28, maybe $27. And the wires are in here. I kind of reshuffled everything because I bought so many Wiis the past 2 weeks that I needed to find new homes for some. Oh, you know, it went with the old Nintendo stuff. There we go. And then I want to say it's this clear controller. And if not, it's probably one of the atomic purple ones. I'll figure it out before I ship. So, already made my money back on one of the boxed games. Sold Banjo-Tooie, or Banjo-Kazooie for like $120 or $130. Sold Ocarina of Time Player Selects for $100. And sold Donkey Kong 64 for I think $140, maybe. Then Super Mario Galaxy, which has thankfully gone back up in price. This was going down to like $5 pre-pandemic. Pandemic definitely boosted a lot of prices on games. The people bought a ton of Wiis, and then they were buying games that they probably missed when the Wii came out. I think a lot of people probably skipped Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2. But this is actually getting reprinted for Switch with Super Mario 64 and I think Mario Sunshine. So the price on this will probably drop soon, but not until that's released. But yeah, $18.99. I think I do have a couple copies of it, and I actually think I have a copy at FBA, so I'm actually surprised that didn't sell first, but there's that. I might have another one. It might not be that exact one. So I think I have one with the manual and one without. I already showed you the DS Polar White, which I actually sold for $51. So $1 over what I thought. And then I actually sold 2 Rock Band Wii receivers for $28.36. The other listings down there. And 2 Polaroid Sun 600s. I think one is for 21, one's for 24. Yeah. And only because I think one has the rubber eyepiece and one does not. So I think, yep, here are the wireless receivers. That's a drum one, and that's a drum one, and that's a drum one. So I actually have one extra. I'm just gonna double check before I ship out if those are both the same model, because they do make multiple ones. And then let's see, lift these a bit. And I actually am surprised these both sold this weekend. The Suns are kind of dropped, but I don't know, they must have fixed the search on it or something. If I can find them. I should have them both in here. Yep, there's one. So yeah, this one is missing the rubber eyepiece. So this is the $21 one. And the other one should have it. Or I just priced them differently for no reason. Oh. Yep, this one has it. So this is a $24 one. Got Goonies 2 for the original Nintendo, and 20Q, which is a little handheld game. Goonies sold for $4.40. 20Q sold for $11.60. Which I think I just listed Goonies 2. I kinda can't remember. Of course, I'm blocking the only light to let me know. Oh, there it is. So, Goonies 2, which you'll think they only made one Goonies movie. Why is there a Goonies 2 game? I don't know. It probably sold pretty well, I'm guessing. And then 20 questions. Oh, it's a loose Pokemon card. 20 questions will be in this little container. Let's see. We're gonna have to pull it out. Should be the one on top because it's smaller, but it's probably selling a lot of CD players. Yep, and there it is. $20Q. So this is the last one I had. This one was selling for a lot more. I think I was selling them for like $15, $20, but came down a bit. And then last I bought, yep, so again there's the other receiver, there's the other Polaroid camera. And last I sold a 5-pack of Maxell UR90 tapes for $10, which these I got with the Amigas. There they are there. So I got one more. $40 altogether. So still making money off this amazing deal. And yeah, now I have to spend the rest of the day trying to figure out how to pack that. I got all these big boxes. Hopefully, I think the smaller one will fit in that one in the top right, but I'm gonna find out. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry it's so dark. I've just been stacking up boxes because I don't want to like blow through tape, but I think I'll end up using a few at least today based off what I sold. So to get a little more light, because it's basically, since the walls are white, that's where most of the light would bounce off of, but because I've just put stuff in front of it, it's just getting eaten away in here. But yeah, so there's that mess of packing stuff and stuff. This is all stuff I need to go through to figure out what to do with. See, most people have death piles, but like I have these bins that are just, they're just wires, so there isn't really much in them worth listing, but stuff worth holding on to for when I find something that needs the wire. But yeah, So that's that. If you enjoyed watching, please like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see everyone later. Bye.